Good afternoon. How are we doing today? All right, that was weak, but I'll give you another attempt in about 10 minutes. So this is a quick 10-minute warning. We will start our program just after 1 o'clock. A few announcements, though. We do have a few moments, so if you do need a restroom, know that those are outside these back double doors and to my left. So if you need a quick restroom break, go ahead and do that. If you are here as part of the Delta Mu Delta organization, we do have this front row reserved because your names will be getting called first in today's program. So if you are here for Delta Mu Delta, please locate this front row and be seated as we get started. And outside of that, this is the name card everyone needed to turn in at check-in. So I know some of you guys were here a little bit early. I just want to ensure each and every inductee only needs to have this name card completed with our front desk staff. If this card does not look familiar, go check in with them real quickly. This is what we use to call names during today's program. So again, this name card needs to be completed by each and every inductee so we can ensure your name is called during today's ceremony. So again, 10-minute warning. We'll be getting started just after 1 o'clock. Thank you. right, good afternoon. We will be getting started in about 5 minutes. We have a few folks still trickling in. I know traffic is always fun on the weekends. So we'll be starting in about 5 minutes. I'm going to ask that my board members and stage guests please take their seats now. Again, we will be getting started in just 5 minutes. Thank you. All right, it is about that time. Good afternoon. How are we doing this afternoon? I told you you would have a second opportunity, but I'm going to give you a third. Third time's a charm. How are we doing this afternoon? Welcome to the 2023 induction ceremonies. We are going to get started with a quick video.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2023 New Member Induction Ceremony for Grand Canyon University's chapters of the Alpha Chi National College Honor Society and Delta Mu Delta International Honor Society in Business. Please join me as we open in prayer. Dear God, today we join with heaven as we celebrate and give thanks for every student here. Thank you that each is unique and brimming with potential. Thank you for leading them in their learning, for keeping them safe as they studied, and for watching over them, especially during these times. We pray that they may all feel proud this day and enjoy sharing their achievements with family and friends. We commit this induction ceremony into your hands and ask your blessing over it. May today be a memory that burns bright within them as they embark on life's great adventure. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right. Scholars, family, friends, guests, welcome again to the 2023 New Member Induction Ceremony, celebrating our newest inductees for both the Alpha Chi National College Honor Society and Delta Mu Delta. If you are an inductee joining us here today, will you please stand and be recognized? Welcome, welcome. And I'm going to ask this follow-up question. How many of you traveled outside of Maricopa County to be here with us today? All right. How many traveled outside of the great state of Arizona to be with us here today? Thank you. Thank you so much for joining and being a part of this special occasion. I'm going to have you all do me a quick favor. And if you could look at the camera over here to my left, we have thousands of members joining us live from YouTube who could not be here in person today, but they are just as much a vital member of this community, and we want to acknowledge and give them a huge round of applause for what they've done to be a part of this community joining virtual. All right, you may be seated. My name is Dr. Brianna Nagley, and I have the honor of serving as the Dean for the Honors College here at Grand Canyon University. And these honors societies really are a great way for us to grow our community and expand our reach so that our online students can be a part of what we are establishing here at GCU. In addition to that, I do serve as the chapter sponsor for our Alpha Chi chapter here at GCU, and I also serve as vice president for the Region 7 group that makes up Alpha Chi. So we'll explain a little bit more about the history of these organizations, but on behalf of just the Honors College and Academic Affairs here at GCU, we just want to congratulate you. Thank you for joining us for this special occasion. Again, we'll talk in just a little bit about everything it took for you to get here, and we will absolutely pause and celebrate that here in a moment. But before I go too much further, I do want to acknowledge some of our special guests who have made their way to join us here on this beautiful Saturday. So as I call your name, please stand. Dr. Allison Mason, our Senior Associate Dean of the Colangelo College of Business. We have Rick Holbeck, Executive Director of Online Instruction. Greg Lucas with Online Faculty. Scott Hoveter, Chair for Online Faculty. And now I would like all chapter advisors, faculty supporters, and board members who support both Delta Mu Delta and Alpha Chi to please stand. You guys are board members, right? Thank you so much. You may be seated. So again, today is a celebration of you, the inductees who have worked so hard, tirelessly, to earn the accolade needed to be in these chairs here today. So congratulations to you. I challenge you to just be present in the moment, be here to really celebrate and take this moment in. This event is one of my all-time favorite events of the year, right there next to commencement, because it's not just about pursuing a degree. It's not just about your academic journey, but it's about doing it with excellence. It's about doing it with all the perseverance, grit, and just the eagerness to learn, and that is what we are here to celebrate today. So before we go too much further, I do want to acknowledge one more guest that is joining us, and he will join us to say a few words. Please join me in welcoming to the stage our University Provost, our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Randy Gibb.
All right. Good afternoon. How are we doing? Awesome. Thanks. All right, Bree, great job. thank you for your leadership. It's great to see Dr. Oke up on the stage, and we're merging together these amazing, impressive, I like how you said excellence, right? Excellence in all we do, for sure, and that's what we're here at Grand Canyon University. So I've just got some brief comments. Thank you for being here. Out-of-town guests, welcome to sunny, beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. So a couple quick stories that I think capture excellence, achievement, but I'm going to really focus on leadership, your servant leadership. When you think about service before self, stewardship, being humble, yet confident, strong. And your servant leadership is needed now more than ever with everything going on in our world and moving forward as you work with people on your teams in your businesses, your schools, your hospitals, your companies, whatever it is you do. Thank you for being servant leaders. And I hope some of my comments will address and spur you even more. So 3 stories. The first 2 are going to come from Bob Chapman. So Bob Chapman, has anyone ever heard of Bob Chapman, Barry Waymiller? He wrote a book called Everybody Matters. It's an amazing, straightforward read, and it's simple. And often the most powerful things are those that are the most simple. $3.3 billion company. He is CEO. He's been on numerous lists as the number 1, number 3 CEO in the world. The company's based out of St. Louis. They do engineering and manufacturing. It doesn't sound like real exciting business, but he has created a culture and a leadership style that's really unmatched, and certainly something we want to promote here as a missional, Christ-centered university at Grand Canyon. So his perspectives and his book is really about leading, loving, and the extraordinary power of caring, simply caring for your people. And appropriately enough, his stories are both based at a church setting. So the first one was Bob at a wedding. Oh, I want to make sure you know. So Bob has been on campus. He spoke. He's integrated in our curriculum. I've met him numerous times. Just a tremendous human being. That's why I'm sharing his stories with you all. So Bob was at a wedding, and as he's watching the bride come down the aisle, and then the pastor, the minister, is reading the vows, and he's looking at the father of the bride, and then back at the bride, and then the groom, and the vows are, do you take this woman to be your wife, and do you support, love, care for her? And Bob was just, and I've been a father of the bride myself. Anybody else in here, father of the bride, had that experience? Okay, so maybe you're tracking with me here. So you're watching the pastor talk about loving and taking over this sweet young woman that you still is his daughter, but this change is happening right before. And Bob is thinking, well, really, the father of the bride is like, all right, buddy, you better take care of my daughter because I poured into her. I love her so much, and I'm handing her off to you, and you better follow through, right? I mean, it's a big deal. And then it hit him that, well, how do we treat the people we work with? How do we treat and care for the people that we are teammates with, employees with every day? They are someone's precious child. They are someone, your own son or daughter. How are they treated at work? And so it was a shift in his mentality of, stop talking about managing people, but how about we love, care, and support people? That makes sense? And that's certainly as a missional Christ-centered university, that is we want to promote that business is ministry, teaching to be a form of ministry as we love and care for our people. So I really enjoy and appreciate how Bob captured such a simple concept but brought it forth. The next one, very similar to being at a church and congregation, a pastor gives this message, 1-2 hours a week, and people walk out inspired, they have context, they are rejuvenated. And so again, Bob thought, we have people 30 hours, 40 hours. We're here on a Saturday. We're pushing 50 hours. How can we impact our people? How can we show that we love, care, and support them and that they truly are part of family? So again, it's a precious child in your care at your work. So as you're a servant leader to just one person, you could be the best servant leader there is to that one person, because then they'll emulate your qualities to others. And that's how we can change the world, through how we take care of other people. Or you could be a servant leader right now to 30, 40 people. So again, how do you do that? How do you treat everyone as someone's precious child? And how do you leverage the 30, 40 hours a week together to truly change the world? And how can your organization become a healing organization? That you have a service that you provide others, but how about the service with the people that you work with every day? So those topics really resonate with me. It's how we are here at Grand Canyon, how certainly the Colangelo College of Business approaches their work as ministry. The third story I'll quickly share is from my own background as an Air Force pilot. I was an instructor pilot at Williams Air Force Base back in the day, in the 90s. And it's a big deal to learn how to solo the airplane. A T-38 is a supersonic jet trainer with swept wings. It takes off at 160 miles an hour. It lands at 120. And a lot of people wash out of pilot training. They fail because they can't land it, because it just goes so fast. And I was flying with Doug, great guy, great student, but he was struggling. And this sortie we were on, this instructional training sortie, depending how he did, he was either going to solo within an hour or he would fail. And if you failed 3 sorties in a row, you're on your way to washing out of pilot training. So every flight is like a final exam, as I speak to students. A lot of stress. And Doug wasn't having his best flight that day. So we walked back to debrief, and I was still wrestling with, do I send him or not? You know, my wings are on the line. I don't want him certainly to kill himself, kill somebody else, destroy a multi-million-dollar jet airplane. And his body language was such that he knew I wasn't going to send him. But I surprised him, and I think I surprised myself when I said, Doug, great job. You can do it. You're going to go solo. And he kind of was like, he didn't expect me to say it. He thought I was going to say, you got a unsat, a hook, a U, a fail. But it wasn't. It was, I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So again, think about being leaders. And so Doug went out, and it's a quiet, lonely walk to the airplane, first time by yourself. It's a quiet taxi to number 1 at the runway and talking to tower to get clear for takeoff clearance. But before he walked out, I said, Doug, just whatever you do, get the first landing down. Even if it's ugly, just get the wheels down. And then after that, they'll get better because you'll be like, I can do this. So sure enough, I went out to the little runway supervisory unit to watch Doug and be on the radio if needed. I hoped I didn't have to talk him down. His first one wasn't great, but it was good enough. And then the next one was better. Next one was better. He came in, he was ecstatic. We threw him in the solo dunk tank. That's just Air Force tradition. But it was about pouring into somebody and showing confidence. Another great trait for servant leadership. I was a very young instructor pilot. He was 22 years old. We crossed paths over the years through serving in the Air Force. And at one point he goes, you know, Randy, I don't think I ever told you this. I was scared to death you sent me to solo. I didn't think I could do it. I was like, yeah, I kind of was nervous too, but we had to get you out there. We had to do it. So just think how you can pour into others, give the servant leadership. So my ask, whose precious child is in your care to love and support and allow to flourish? So think about that. Who can you pour into 30 hours a week so they know you love and care for them, and in turn, they'll do the same in everything that they do, and it'll return tenfold for your company, your business, your service, their feeling of dignity. And who can you send out the door solo, right? Who can you pour into and make sure that happens? You may not know the impact of your decisions, the impact of your leadership, right? Every day you make decisions that touch people. Let's hope those are positive, loving, caring, supporting opportunities as a leader. And I know leadership is hard. How do you do all this and hold people accountable? How do you do this and still be productive? Because you have a mission to do. You're going to have adversity. So let me finish with this. John 33:16. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. Lopes up. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Gibb. My name is Dr. Alex Tyson, and I have the honor to be the co-advisor of the Eta Chi chapter of Delta Mu Delta. Congratulations to all of our inductees. Only a very, very select group of individuals are invited to join Delta Mu Delta. To receive an invitation, you must be in the top 20% of your program and have completed 24 College of Business credits. This semester, the qualifying GPA for juniors was 3.65, for seniors, 3.7, and for those in the master's program, 3.8. We also induct DBA graduates with a GPA of 3.6 and above. We will now proceed with the induction of newly elected members. Will the new inductees please rise to their feet? Dr. Oke, we have the honor of celebrating 43 new members who have joined the Eta Chi chapter of Delta Mu Delta during the fall semester of 2023. Today I present 5 in-person candidates for the corporeal induction and several others joining us over stream. I confirm that these members present here have been inducted into the Delta Mu Delta National Honor Society and have fulfilled their membership obligations to the local chapter and the Eta Chi chapter at Grand Canyon University. These members are therefore entitled to the full benefits of the National Association and the local chapter. I will now address these inductees. The bylaws are the fundamental laws of our society and are published on the National Delta Mu Delta website. Do each of you accept the purpose of Delta Mu Delta as expressed in these bylaws? If so, please say, I do. Do each of you desire to be admitted into Delta Mu Delta? Please be seated. Dr. Oke will now give background on the origin and history of Delta Mu Delta.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Oke, and I am the Chair of Management here in the Collegiate College of Business. I'm also a board member of Delta Mu Delta, and I have been the advisor for about 10 years now. We will proceed once again with congratulating you guys on a very worthy accomplishment. As you can see, there's only a handful of you. It's a very select number of people that get invited into Delta Mu Delta. So, your scholastic qualification for membership into Delta Mu Delta has been verified by the Dean of the College of Business and by the faculty of the Honored College of Business. I'm therefore authorized to induct you as members of the Eta Chi chapter. I will now give you some information about the origin and history of Delta Mu Delta and explain the symbolism of the key which you guys would have received. The society was founded at the School of Commerce, Accounts, and Finance in New York University in 1913. It was the result of professors from the University of New York, University of Yale, and University of Harvard. These educators believed that recognition should be given to outstanding students of business subjects. Specifically, the purpose of Delta Mu Delta is twofold: to promote higher scholarship in education for business and to reward and recognize scholastic attainment in business subjects. Chapters were formed in other leading colleges and universities. However, it was not until 1952 that a national chapter was organized under the nonprofit laws of the state of Pennsylvania for the purpose of binding the individual chapters into a cohesive unit to carry forward the aims of the society. It is to the Eta Chi chapter that you are now being admitted, but your membership is in the society wherever it is established and maintained. This honor can be obtained in only one way. It cannot be bought, nor can it be had as a gift. It must be earned by faithful, earnest toil, by serious application to studies, and persistent application in scholastic work. Your success in college has brought you this recognition. We expect you as members of Delta Mu Delta to add new luster to GCU, your community, your profession, and to the Eta Chi chapter. The name Delta Mu Delta stands for the Greek phrase Dia Mathesios Dynamis, which literally translated signifies through knowledge, power. Not the power of uncontrolled aggression, but the power to manage for social and economic good. Use the knowledge that you gain in extending the power of right and truth. Knowledge is not selfish or self-seeking, and the true student will seek and obtain knowledge for the greater purpose of helping others through service and transmission of things learned. The badge of the society symbolizes the key which unlocks the treasure house of the universe. It is in the Greek form of the word delta. On front of the key appear the Greek initials of the society, and above them is a full rigged ship with sails set and colors flying, symbolizing the activities of business, not as a mercenary vocation, but as a bond which unites and blesses all mankind. The key and the certificate are tangible evidence of the honor which you have attained. There should be two of your most cherished possessions, ones that you would wear and display proudly. While Delta Mu Delta is not a social society, we encourage your active interest in the affairs of the chapter and your helpful friendship for every member.
So now we would like to talk about the origin of the Alpha Chi National College Honor Society. So to back up a little bit, today's ceremony is blending these two prestigious organizations together to celebrate as one. Many of our students eligible for Alpha Chi are also eligible for Delta Mu Delta and vice versa. And with these being the two top performing chapters across the country, might be a little bit biased, but I'm pretty sure there's some awards out there to validate that. We wanted to bring the two organizations together to celebrate as a whole. So a little background with Alpha Chi. We are pleased to welcome this class of inductees into a fellowship of more than 500,000 members from more than 300 college and university chapters nationwide. We are inducting several new 1,000 members this academic year alone across 45 different states in the United States. Now, for the Alpha Chi National College Honor Society, our students must rank in the top 10% of their graduating class by college. We look at undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral students. The minimum GPA to be eligible to hit the top 10% ranking is traditionally a GCU GPA of a 3.9 or greater. Can we hear a round of applause for that? As Dr. Oki mentioned, and comparable with Delta Mu Delta, membership into the Alpha Chi National College Honor Society is not something that can be bought. It can't be requested. It's not a club that you just see a sign and you show up and participate. Students must be invited to join. We offer invitations 3 times per year in the fall, spring, and in the summer months. And at that given point, you must meet the top 10% criteria. To give you a little bit of context, we have 26,000 students on our ground traditional campus here in Phoenix and over 90,000 students online across the globe. So to say top 10% is no small feat. We are absolutely proud of what it took for you to get here. Think of the DQs, the participation, the essays, the late nights, right? This took a lot of hard work. So with Alpha Chi, this organization was established back in 1922. So it's one of the longest standing organizations in the country. They celebrated their 100 years this last year. So now we're celebrating on to year 101, which is very exciting. And with that, GCU, we started our chapter back in 1972. This most recent year, we were given the Star Status Accolade, which was an accolade awarded to 17 chapters out of more than 300 across the country. So to say we are a top performing chapter is nonetheless, we are here. We have the Star Status recognition. As of a week ago, we also received Region 7's nomination to compete for the President's Cup in 2024, which is an honor that goes to the top performing chapter in all of the U.S. So we are very excited for that. So when you cross this stage today, you join the company of more than 500,000 scholars from very diverse backgrounds, from both academic disciplines, from where you live, what you study, what you pursue. And Alpha Chi is about making scholarship effective for good. They are founded on the 2 pillars of truth and character, which are not only important pillars for Alpha Chi, but they are pivotal to the community that makes up Grand Canyon University. So today, we celebrate this accomplishment and what it took to get here. And now I'll turn it back to Dr. Oki.
Thank you, Dr. Bree. Now I feel like I have to brag about DMD. All right, can I have the inductees please stand up for Delta Mu Delta? Amber. So Delta Mu Delta, the Eta Chi chapter at Grand Canyon University has been very successful. We have been named the Star chapter in 2016, 2017, 2018. Dr. Bree? 2019. Not 2020 because of COVID. But we also got it in 2021, 2022, and 2023. Boom. And in 2020, we were awarded the Jablonski Chapter of the Year, which is an award for the top chapter. So we were number 1 out of over 360 chapters. It is an accolade that can only be earned once in 5 years. So welcome to the Eta Chi chapter. We will now proceed with the recitation of the oath. And we're going to do this together. Where it says insert your name or state your name, you will put your name in there. So we're going to read it together now. All right. I, Moronke Oke, solemnly affirm to all those present and to those who have preceded me that I will serve the society to the best of my ability. I will observe the society's bylaws and provide counsel and aid for my fellow members. In accepting membership into Delta Mu Delta International Honor Society in Business Administration, I acknowledge the distinct honor that has been bestowed upon me. This pledge is evidence of my commitment to your fellowship. Welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Amber Baker, and I'm the president of DMD Eta Chi chapter here at GCU. In recognition of your academic achievements at the CCOB and your pledge to purpose of Delta Mu Delta, we will now present you with the Eta Chi chapter certificate and adorn you with the insignia of the society, your honors cord. These emblems provide a tangible symbol of your commitment. Will the DMD inductees please remain standing? And please line up on the right side of the room, starting with the first row. And then we'll have someone direct you up to the stage. Please bring your honors cord and your pre-printed card, and then you'll be presented with your certificate and decorated with your cord and by the advisors and dean on the stage. Your guests are welcome to take pictures as you're coming up, and we'll go from there. So our first inductee, Audrey Hofer. She's graduating with her bachelor's in business management and finance, and she's an on-ground student from Columbus, Ohio. She will be graduating in the spring. Audrey is planning on pursuing sales and real estate after graduation. She enjoys outdoor activities, physical activities, and resting by practicing her faith. She is also grateful for this university and all the faculty that has brought her this far. Again, congratulations. Next, we have April Byers. She's graduating with her master's she's an online student from New Zion, South Carolina. She'll be graduating in the fall of 2024, so very shortly. Currently, April is an executive staff member and administrator at the Arizona Department of Water Resources. She's aspiring to become a cabinet member for the Arizona governor. Her hobbies include being a pianist, riding her Harley across the U.S., and summers at Lake Roosevelt on her boat. P.S. She was an honors graduate with her B.S. in Applied Management in fall 2023. Next, we have Denny Lee. Denny Lee is graduating with his master's. He's an on-ground student from Hong Kong, China. He'll be graduating in the spring. His profession is in banking operations, and his passions are to help others and make an impact. Some of his hobbies are jiu-jitsu, weightlifting, and off-roading. Next, we have Chinoso Owen. He's graduating with his master's in business administration as an on-ground student from Aba, Nigeria. He is graduating in the spring. He has his own medical practice and eventually wants to work as a senior management level at Widow. His passions are rock climbing, hiking, and trips. He's also an environmentalist in equality. Go Lopes. Last but not least, we have Siddhartha Datta. He is graduating with his master's, his MBA, as an online student from Chandler and will be graduating in the fall. He is an IT manager and painting. His hobbies are painting and photography. I would also just like to congratulate all of our DMD inductees who are on. Oh. Sorry about that. Last but not least again, we have JC Dampier. He's graduating with his bachelor's in science of business administration, and he'll be graduating in the fall of 2024. Thank you all. Again, I just want to congratulate anyone who's joining us online who could not make it today. Congratulations and welcome to the Delta Mu Delta Eta Chi chapter. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the presentation of certificates for the Delta Mu Delta Eta Chi chapter. Congratulations once again, and now I would like to invite Dr. Brandon Nagley to stay. You're right there.
It's a lot of vowels. It's a hard name. I get it. All right, so now we would like to induct our newest members for the Alpha Chi National College Honor Society. To be fair, I said we were the two most prestigious organizations, right? We've got a history. We've been doing this a long time. Community over competition, said women in business, right? Okay. So, all right, for Alpha Chi, again, scholarship is the power of the mind to dispel ignorance and superstition through the fearless search for and in the investigation of truth. Because of your scholarship and character, you have been invited to cross the stage and witness the candle lighting ceremony to follow, which symbolizes learning and knowledge. First, I would like to take another moment to acknowledge our inductees for the Alpha Chi National College Honor Society that couldn't physically be here in person today, but are joining us virtually from home. Congratulations. We absolutely want you to feel a part of this special moment. At this time, I'm going to ask that our board members please take their places to assist with the ceremony. And Scott, if you would please join us on stage for the distribution of our pins. So for this process, all of our inductees, please remain seated until your name is called. We are not nearly as organized as Delta Mu Delta, so we do things in a little bit of an embrace the chaos kind of fashion. It'll be fun, trust me. So we're going to call names. Please remain seated until your name is called. When your name is called, you will approach the stage on my stage left, your right, cross the stage to receive your membership pin, exit my right, your left, and return to your seat. And then we will proceed with our oath of membership and our candle lighting ceremony. Kylie? All right. Peace Ogabar.
Kathleen Zamora.
Ali Grabi.
Bayan Baxter Smith.
Nagaswara Ra Chamakuri.
Caitlin Bell.
Corey Unger.
June Charles.
Corinne Wallace.
Johnny Garcia.
Marilyn Jenkins.
Portia Thomas.
Heatherly Wickery.
Deanna Zakarchuk.
Shannon Bone.
Jasmine Furman.
Carla Daniela Salazar Shavara.
Arlene Penzola.
Aaliyah Jester.
Cross Robinson.
Jenna Meyer.
Mallory Sievers.
Emily Carroll.
Casey Woods.
Amy Bluedow.
Asia Shelton.
Linda Yeager.
Evelyn Alvarez.
Shannon Badome.
Olivia Stradley.
Natalie Osborne.
Yvonne Martinez.
Kimberly Siribon.
Rhea Miles.
Kelly Bauer.
Alejandra Marini.
Hannah Siliu.
Elizabeth Vandleen.
Brittany Smith.
Melissa Hunt.
Tanner David.
Jasmine Frazier.
Kristen Chase.
Delisa Fields.
Michelle Kurth.
Rhea Walters.
Wendy Gulick.
Guadalupe Vasquez.
Leonidas Escobar.
Melissa Esvido.
Tanisha Manigo Brown.
Stephanie Harshberger.
Lisa Chichula.
Maria Keeter.
Kathleen Graves.
Alexandra Irene Gallegos.
Lon Bartbell.
Tamara Chapman.
Aaron Tubbs.
Keisha Rachel.
Sandra Sheepus.
Megan Perkins.
Chinamno Owen.
Emily Kane.
Jessica Schmidt.
Brooke Menor.
Karen Martin.
Joelle Jonas.
Deanna Henderson.
Alberto Villarengo.
Eric Grant.
Brian Gallardo.
Pamela Miles.
Bianca Bennett.
Abraham Esgadom.
Gregorio Rodriguez.
Joy Gutierrez.
Lauren Baptista.
Julia Ulafele.
Kirsten Yaksich.
Crystal Shepard.
Julie Rose Cook.
April Byers.
Kayla Hanna.
Brian Minzy.
Denny Lee.
Ariana McElroy.
Siddhartha Dada.
Sarah Evans.
Anna Denos.
LaQuisha Blanche.
Angela Geronimo.
Noor Chalabi.
Gerard Pinkett.
Rochelle Augustine.
Ashley Solis.
Anthony Stanfield.
Claudia Cross.
Kendall Valdez.
Wonder Scott.
Satara Ari.
Jennifer McDaniel.
Kirsten Blunser.
Jennifer Cloughy.
Francesca Charles.
Carolee Hagan.
Katia Badon.
Jennifer Aiken.
Matthew Spina.
Christopher Kaler.
Sabrina Schaefer.
Brenna Mosberry.
Karis Norfleet.
Amy Bolton.
Audrey Hoffer.
Stephanie Suguede.
Zanila Zacharias.
Ashley Larson.
Paige Koppel.
Galodro Samal.
Chantel Verbombein.
Mukul Dali.
Alicia Cooks.
Mahalete Ligesa.
Annie Hinojos.
Alisa Fulston.
Joseph Michaels.
Atanaja Maji.
Amos Mungu.
Simon Gary.
Fernanda Acurio.
Henrietta Ladiendi.
Lichelle Catoy.
Cynthia Manzarez.
Erica Delgado Valadez.
Alonzo Wanika.
Stephen Sedlock.
Angela Beckfield.
Victoria Barlow. Alexandria Flores. Melissa Zimmerman. Kimberly Thomas. Joan Kwamboka. Diana Escalante Acosta. Desiree Martin. J.C. Dampier. Anna Hart. Dr. Adesi Aroka. While we wait for all final inductees to cross the stage, I'm going to ask quickly at this time if there's any inductee in the room. Wait for you, Jenny. If there's any inductee in the room that has not yet crossed the stage, or if for some reason we messed up your name so poorly you didn't recognize it, please approach the stage now so we can have you cross and be recognized. All right, and then last but certainly not least, we have one of our board members who has not yet crossed the stage herself, and I would like to announce her, but also give her a huge round of applause and thank you for being our right-hand person in making all things Honors College operate 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Jenny Michaels. All right, board, you may be seated. Again, let's have one big round of applause for all of our inductees, both in person and online, joining us through YouTube. As chapter advisor, I affirm that these students have fulfilled all requirements for this high recognition. Their activities indicate that they understand and uphold the ideals of our society, truth, and character. I recommend them for the affirmation of allegiance to Alpha Chi and their subscription to the Constitution. Please welcome to the stage your board members as they conduct our candle lighting ceremony, followed by our oath of membership. Please join me in bringing to the stage our chapter president, Diana, and Jenny and Sridhata, as they lead us in our candle lighting ceremony.
Good afternoon, everyone. Alpha Chi's name is driven from the initial letters of the Greek word aletheia, meaning truth, and kapas, meaning character. In 1935, Alpha Chi adopted its official shields and key and colors. The gold Alpha Chi membership pin you received today features a lamp of knowledge, symbolizing the scholar's quest for wisdom and truth. The colors emerald green and sapphire blue signify victory and truth. The motto of the organization is based on John 8:32, stating, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." The gold seal of your membership certificates bears the date February 22nd, 1922. By 1926, the organization has spread to adjacent states, and in 1934, it formally adopted the name Alpha Chi and expanded to its national societies. We are pleased to add you to this growing number of outstanding scholars and trust that you will continue to make scholarship effective for good.
Thank you. Now, will all inductees for the Alpha Chi National College of Honor Society please stand? I ask that you please hold your Alpha Chi pin in your right hand and repeat after me. This is on camera, so you better mean it. I affirm that I will uphold the purposes of Alpha Chi, striving to make its ideals my ideals in scholarship and in service. You may now put your pin on your lapel, and now you are official. You may be seated. So, fellow students, I now pronounce you inducted members of Alpha Chi and welcome you into the fellowship of this Society of Scholars. You should wear your recognition pins for 1 week, not for self-glorification, but to aid in making the aims and ideals of Alpha Chi better known to this center of education and to the Grand Canyon University community. I charge you who have taken this affirmation of membership to guard it with diligence with the scholarship of this university, to promote honesty and integrity of its scholars and the ideals of your alma mater. I congratulate you who are now formally a part of our Alpha Chi National College Honor Society. Cherish this moment and cherish the pin itself, for it is a valued possession and it is a prized responsibility. Congratulations and welcome to our chapter. I would now like to bring up Amber to talk more about the benefits of membership into both of these organizations.
Hi again. So on behalf of all of the student board members for both Alpha Chi National College Honor Society and Delta Mu Delta International Honor Society for Business, congratulations and welcome to both of our chapters. As a new member, it is important to note the exceptional benefits and opportunities that are available to you. First, this accolade serves as a lifetime recognition for your outstanding academic achievement and signifies your commitment to excellence in all endeavors. Be sure to include this designation on your resume and future employment applications. Second, be sure to engage in all networking opportunities. Connect with fellow members on social media while attending various chapter-related activities and events, or even the annual convention. Explore more about what your chapter offers regarding peer mentorship and employer connections and alike. Third, each organization offers a variety of scholarships. These scholarships include a competitive application and selection process, but serves as a great opportunity for students to support their educational journey here at GCU. And fourth, for Delta Mu Delta members specifically, your membership comes with an acknowledgement for federal employment. Membership in Delta Mu Delta fulfills one of the requirements for the entrance at the GS7 level in numerous professional and technical positions with federal service. This enables DMD members to start their government career at a high level of salary that might otherwise be possible. In other words, this advances your career by 3 years. So again, congratulations and lopes up.
All right, so as we conclude today's program, I again just want to extend sincerest congratulations on behalf of all academic affairs here at Grand Canyon University for this tremendous accomplishment. Again, we are looking at the top of the top, the students who have put in the full effort, full commitment to their academic endeavors, and it shows, and it absolutely is evident in the work that you do, and we acknowledge that and celebrate you for the efforts there. Immediately following this program, we will ask that you exit these sets of double doors immediately behind the stage. And best news yet, there's food, right? This is what we do at GCU, and there's food. There's food everywhere, and probably t-shirts if you look hard enough. So go out into the lawn. We have refreshments there. We have a reception to follow. I strongly encourage you to use this time to meet fellow members, meet the other families who have traveled near and far to be here today, and enjoy this time to celebrate together. In addition to that, if you're using any of our photo stations, please be sure to tag us on our social media so we can continue to celebrate and reshare all of your successes and all of your great photos with the rest of our community. Also, how many of you guys, again, traveled from out of state and or are first-time visitors to campus? So we will have our Antelope Reception Center out on the lawn, and they will be hosting campus tours. So if you have not yet had a chance to explore campus, you can have a guided tour, or it's a beautiful day, you can walk around and cruise on your own to check things out and explore and be a part of campus. There are several other eateries on campus should you want to explore and look at other options while you are here. But again, we want to say congratulations, welcome to our campus. And if you guys can do me one last favor, again, we have so many viewers joining us virtually from across the country, and we always want them to feel included and part of our campus community as part of our One Lope initiative. So can we do another quick wave sign off to our online viewers? Thank you for joining us wherever you may be, and congratulations. Lopes up and lopes out. Have a great day.